Okay guys and gals, let's talk about teeth whitening. And you can have the bleach, or you can have the strips, and there's quite a lot of other varieties that you can have. Now I tried these whitening strips, and they are really rubbish. What you have to do is you take one of these sachets out. Now on here it doesn't have any of the ingredient. It doesn't tell you actually on the outside or the inside what the actual ingredient is. And so I don't think these particular variety are peroxide. They are something which is considered to be more friendly, but there's no research which states that carbamide peroxide or hydrogen peroxide is a detriment to any body, but varying people have varying effects. Now there was a variety of this stuff, and this is Carbamide peroxide, whereas the more gentle variety is hydrogen peroxide. And the difference between the two is that you can leave the hydrogen peroxide on all night in your trays, whereas the Carbamide you only leave it on for 15 minutes or half an hour. Now, let me just talk about these daft strips. You see, you get people saying that they're pretty good and this, that and the other, and dentists are recommending them, but you know, when people advertise stuff, then they get paid, don't they? So we always have to consider this, and lots of people say, oh, I'm not getting paid, I'm not promoting any of this. But if you use these daft strips, then you'll be very disappointed, I'm sure. And so what they come like is this, and you peel off these strips and you stick them over your teeth. Now what you have to do is you have to dry the teeth, because obviously nothing's going to be sticking to wet teeth, so you have to pull your gums back and you have to rub them with a towel and keep sucking the saliva through the gaps in your teeth at the back so it doesn't come forward, and coat the teeth with saliva and make these all slippy. But so you peel them off, and then you're supposed to put them on like this, not touching the gum, because some people's gums get affected. They can be bleached white, not permanently, but you know, for a few hours, and they get a bit sensitive, and so it's best not to keep, or best to keep this stuff off the gums. But of course, when you're using these trays, then there's a residue that's going to get on the gums, and so there's no avoiding it really. But when you go to the dentist and you have it done professionally, they put like a blue, I don't know, latex gel right over your gums before they apply the Carbamide, because they use Carbamide, the stronger one, in the dentist. So these I've tried, and they're slipping all over the place. They feel crap, and they get filled with saliva and all go gooey and everything like that. And I never noticed any difference, and I used these about 3 times. But with the first use of the gel, I got results, and it's noticeable. And so for those of you that remember, you can go back and you can watch the previous videos, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and you can see what my teeth are like, and they had like a nasty brown film all over, and I'm like, holy Moses, where on earth did that come from? It just kind of crept up on me. And so you ask the dentist, what's all that about? And they go, are you drinking a lot of tea and coffee? Are you drinking red wine? You're eating blueberries? And all these sort of foods with tannins in. Well, these tannins coat a thin film of this tanning over your teeth, and in time they start to look crap. And I don't drink a lot of coffee, and most certainly don't drink black coffee, and I don't drink red wine, and so I'm thinking, no, the coffee thing isn't working for me, because if that was the case, 90% of society will be walking around with really brown teeth, because most people are pretty heavy coffee drinkers. So that wasn't an explanation for me. But then you go to see the professionals, the dentists, and they tell you that. It's kind of, no, it's not working, you idiots, fucking idiots. So anyway, a friend of mine, she sent me an excerpt from Google speaking about Guinness darkening the teeth, because I used to drink a couple of Guinness each day for a year and a half, something like that. And so I'm like, well, that makes sense, that's very dark brown beer, and it's, you know, I've not been drinking a lot of coffee, but I have been taking a couple of pints of Guinness each day, or a couple of cans. And so anyway, when I applied this stuff, and I took the trays off, well, there was thin brown films like tea scale, that sort of thing. After I washed my mouth out, I spat them out, and I saw these like just very, very fine sheets of brown, and I'd noticed that they'd gone off my teeth. So in one session it removed those. Now you can see that they are much, much better. And I've been applying this Carbamide in my trays twice a day for 10 days now, and it's recommended that you use 14 days and once or twice a day for 15 minutes or 30 minutes. I'm doing it twice a day for 30 minutes, and I'm not having any sensitivity to my teeth at all. I suppose you do get different strengths, but this one's perfect for me. And these gels, they cost £11, and I think I got about 9 of these, very inexpensive, barely £1 each. And so I got these off eBay, and you just look, there's loads of them, there's for all different prices, so I can't recommend anything. I can't even remember what this particular brand was, but for about £10, £11 Carbamide, then you're going to get something similar. And so what you do is, you have to have these trays moulded. And when I went to see my dentist a couple of weeks ago, he said, oh, we're doing an offer on the teeth whitening now. It used to be £500, we're doing it at a 50% discount, £250. And I'm like, 250 quid? I don't think so, mate. I had these done about 20 years ago, and they weren't that expensive then. Things have gone stupid in dentistry these days, but you can see they're a very precise moulding, and they fit very, very snugly. And so what you actually do is, with these moulds, you squeeze a little bit, let's just say, if you can see this, that sort of much. I'm going to suck it back into the tube, don't want to waste that. Yeah, about that much, or a little bit more, right at the top inside, You can watch people doing this on YouTube, people. And then you put them in, and you check the time, and you leave it for whatever. If you've not used this stuff before, and depending on what variety you get, do it for 15 minutes so you don't get bleached gums and sensitive teeth. We're all different people, we all get affected different by things. So because I had these, well, that saved me 250 quid. Now the dentist told me that I need to have my teeth cleaned before the bleaching will work. Absolute lie. The cleaning was £80. And it was high pressure, spraying some shit air apparently, just spraying air on. So it's kind of like a bit fucking jet wash without the water. And so I thought, I don't believe you guys, you're the biggest con artists on the planet, dentists. So I thought, well, I've got the trays, I'll buy some bleach myself and I'll see what happens. So first I bought the strips, and they were the crock of shit. But they were only like £5. What do you want for £5? This is the thing, isn't it, people? Then started using the trays and got results instantly. And so progressively over the 10 days they got whiter and whiter, but there's some stubborn discoloration of the yellow right at the base of the teeth. And I don't know over time if I keep doing this. I mean, apparently you do about 2 weeks on, then you have a month off, and you do another 2 weeks or whatever. But I don't know what the problem is if you just do it constantly, to be quite frank. Maybe I just need to do a little bit more research about that. But yes, a very simple application. You can get these made, and I don't know how good they are, but you can buy teeth whitening gel, and the dentist, they send you out, well, not the dentist, the company, they send you out like gum molds. And from what I remember, making a gum shield for boxing many years ago, you get some sort of a latex thing, and then you boil it in water for 1 or 2 minutes. It makes it soft, and then you bite on it, and that then gives a precise image of your teeth, and then you send that back to the company. They'll make you one of these and send it back to you, but I don't know how close fitting they are. And you know, for the price, I think, you know, it's a fraction of the price that you pay to go to the dentist, so you'd have to work that one out yourselves. But wow, that's just a massive difference. I was shocked. Before, I started thinking, what the fucking hell's going on with my teeth? Is it age? Is some shit going on? Something to do with the diet? It started, I noticed it when I was doing keto. Is it keto? Things like that. But it turns out that it was probably the Guinness, or the brown ale, the Newcastle Brown. But anyway, now I know that I can remedy that. If I wanted to drink Guinness and Newcastle Brown, then I can, and I'll just bleach my teeth for a few days here and there. But I haven't drank for this past like 10 days. I never drank for the whole holiday period, and I haven't drank anything since I've been back. I thought, no, it's just a habit. We get into habit, people. That's the thing. And so I just broke that habit and thought, well, I don't need that. And now I'm just eating 1.5 meals a day. I'll speak about my diet in another video, not to, you know, go off on tangents. So that's the teeth whitening thing. Really happy with that. I'm going to see the dentist this morning about getting that bridge done. I'll talk to you about that on another occasion when I found out the information from him today. It's a whole conspiracy as usual, people. That's the nature of the world today. So there you have it. Leave you with that.